3D Tweethearts acrylic nail art tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish. Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to be doing part 2 of my cute little hugging animals series, and I thought that I would have a little helper with me today because she is probably the reason why this is my favorite nail of my Valentine's Day, whole 2018 Valentine's Day collection. This is my parakeet Yoke. You can hear her in most of my intros recently because she has a lot to say and she really wants to say hi to you guys like that. So for this one it's going to be 2 little birdies that are cuddling, and then it says Tweethearts on it. It's really cute, it's very simple, and it looks adorable with the other 2 nails that I've done with that, and I'll put links to those in the description box below as they're uploaded. So check back for those, and don't forget to click subscribe to see all my future videos as well. So to begin the background, I'm going to be starting with an overlay of a peach to a white gradient. So I started with the peach near the cuticle. You're going to take that bead, a fairly wet bead, and then press it up to the cuticle and then brush it down. When you're doing a gradient, you do have to work quickly because as acrylic sets, it's going to get that fade a little bit. It's not going to get as smooth the longer the acrylic sets and the stiffer the bead becomes. So try to work as quickly as you can when you're doing a gradient like this. And for these little Tweethearts, I did them, the other 2 nails I did the animals in the top portion of the nail and the writing at the bottom. For these little birdies, I did them at the tip of the nail instead, and I switched that up. The reason I did that is because one of the birds has a more like a tropical yellow peachy color on it, and I thought that it would look better on the lighter portion of the nail. If you did want to keep it, if you were say to do all 3 of these and you wanted it to stay with all the animals at the top, I probably would have switched the gradient and done the white or the whiter color at the top of the nail at the cuticle, and then the peachy color at the tip. Just kind of switched that as well, just so that the birds show up. Or you could do a completely different color for your birds. You can have fun with that. So now to sculpt your birdies, I did them 2 separate colors. I did a blue one. So to start out that one, I have like a darker teal color that I started, and I began at the bottom of the bird, and I'm kind of working my way up. So I did that darker teal color at the bottom, and then I'm going to be blending a lighter blue up for the chest area, and then going back to that darker shade of blue or teal, I'm going to be adding the wing. So the wing shows up really, really well just on its own, even before you do any outlining or painting on it later, just because it has a contrast from the lighter blue to the green, or to the teal, the lighter blue to the darker teal. So you can see it pretty easy without doing anything, but it does look like it belongs to the bird. And then for this one, I just used kind of a warm gold color for the head. I was looking at a photo of some little hugging or cuddling birds when I did this, and I pretty much stuck with the colors that that photo had used, just because I thought that they look good together. And that warm color really complements the other bird very well. So I just decided to go with that, but you could do another shade of blue or purple or something just to go with it too. For the other one, I started out with a darker melon color for the head, and then I'm going to be adding yellow for that chest area, and I'm just kind of building up back and forth with the colors, and then a really nice green for the bottom of the bird and for the wing. So with this one, with that peach color for the head, you're going to want to add the other one's head right below. So you want one of your birds to be a little taller than the other one. So now going back to the first one, I'm going to be adding the beak, and the beak kind of goes over the top of the head of the other one, like he's just resting his face on top of the other one, they're not hugging so much. The birds aren't hugging like the other animals. They're cuddling. So now you got the beak on the one, and then you're going to want to add the white beak on the other one. So 2 cute little birdies, and that is actually it for the 3D stuff on the birds. The 3D stuff on them is a lot simpler. There's not as much detail as on the other 2 nails in this little set. So now to write your Tweethearts, I started with tweet at the cuticle, and I'm just going to be doing that. These are very simple black block letters. I want it to be very easy to read, especially when you're doing something that's a play on words. If you're doing something that's obvious, like what it says, if you just did Sweethearts, people are going to be able to read that very easily without having to think about it too much because it's something they read so often. But when it's something that's a little different, like the hedgehogs of the first video, and Tweethearts instead, when you're kind of playing with the words some, you really want to make sure that it's easy to read and easy to see, because people have to look at it a little bit more. And then do the little outline of your heart. And so now you're going to be doing details on your 2 little birdies. So I'm going to start with their eyes with just a circle of white paint, and that's actually all I did as far as painting goes on them with a color other than outlining in black. Because the color comes so much from the acrylic when you do the gradients and the different things with their wings, you don't have to do too much painting on them. So now I'm going to go through and do the outlining. So add outlines pretty much everywhere, add little pupils in their eyes, add details. And the other detail you need to add that's not just an outline on these birdies is you need to give them feet and legs. These you could have done with acrylic. They would have looked a lot thicker. I want them to have that skinny little bird leg appearance, so I decided just to do those with paint instead. So add a line coming down from each bird with a little 3-prong line coming off of that one. Then fill in your little heart with red, and that is it for this. All you have to do is apply a layer of gel sealer over the background, including their legs. Make sure that their legs do get gel sealer on so they don't wash off, and matte top coat over your little 3D birdies. Like I said, this one is probably my favorite of all of the 3D Valentine's Day things that I've done so far this year. I just think that the little birds are so cute, so I hope you guys like them too, and please share recreations with me on Facebook or Instagram. I would love to see them, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!